So here we have a question taken from the Pearson Edexcel International Advanced Level Exam. It's P4 and it's June 2022 and question 1. So we have a binomial expansion and you're required to write it in form a plus bx plus cx squared plus dx cubed and so on, where a, b, c and d are constant and you're required to find the value of a. And part b, you need to show that when given that c equals to 3b, we should show that k squared plus 6k is equal to 0. And part c, you're required to find the value of k, and d, you're required to find the value of d. So let us write out the question. So we have 3 plus kx raised to the minus 2, where kx, the modulus of kx is less than 3. So we need to recall the general form for the binomial expansion. So recall 1 plus x to the n is equal, x to the n is equal to 1 plus n times x plus n into n minus 1, all of that over 2 factorial, and that's x times x squared plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, all of that over 3 factorial times x cubed. So now what we're going to do is to write 3 plus kx to the minus 2 in the form as 1 plus x to the n. So in this case we need to factor out the 3. When we factor out the 3, it's going to be raised to the minus 2. And then that would be 1 plus kx over 3. Raised to the minus 2. So in this case, n is minus 2, and where we have x, that represents kx over 3. So what we're going to do, we will distribute the 3 to the minus 2 after we work out everything in here. 3 to the minus 2 is the same thing as 1 over 9. So let's use 1 over 9. So I have 1 over 9. So after we work out everything, we'll distribute. So here we would have 1 plus n here would represent minus 2. And x there would be kx over 3. Kx over 3. Okay, and then this bit here is going to be minus 2. N is minus 2 minus 1, that's minus 3. All of that over 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1, which is 2. Then x squared there represents the kx over 3, and we square it. And the final bit is going to be n is minus 2. That would be minus 3. This bit here, 2 from minus 2, that's minus 4. All of this over 3 factorial is going to be 1 times 2 times 3, and that's 6. And then x cubed here is going to be kx over 3 cubed. So we're going to have kx over 3 cubed. And we're going to distribute now our 1 over 9 throughout. So let's tidy up this and find the values of a, b, c, and d. So upon simplifying this line here and distributing the 1 over 9 throughout, we get a as 1 over 9. So we're going to write it in this form now. So we can just write it underneath here. So we have a plus bx plus cx squared plus dx cubed. So it means that a represents 1 over 9. So here a would represent 1 over 9. So we can write down the value for part A. Part A equals 1/9. And then part B, it says that given that C is equal to 3B, so we should show that kx squared plus 6k equals 0. So part B, let's say that C is equal to 3B. So C is 1 over 27 k squared is equal to 3 times B. B is minus 2 over 27. And then K. Now, by multiplying both sides by 27, we get K squared is equal to 3 times minus 2, that's minus 6. K. So K squared plus 6. K squared plus 6 would equal 6k would equal to 0 as required. So that's part B completed. Part C says hence find the value of k. Find the value of k. So part C, if we have k squared plus 6k equals 0. Don't know why they say find the value of k, because it should be the values of k. So here we can factor out k, so we're going to have k plus 6 equals 0. So there are two values for k. K equals 0 or k equals minus 6. Now find the value of D. So that's part 1 of C. So part 2, we know that D, the value of D is minus 4 over 243k cubed. So we have D equals to minus 4 over 243k cubed. We are going to use the value of k as minus 6. So D equals to minus 4 over 243 times minus 6 cubed. And let's input this in our scientific calculator and see what we get. So k is 32 over 9. D is, let's look again. So D is 32 over 9. So D equals to 32 over 9. So here ends question 1.